As a student in the university, when I wanted to make a joke of Christianity and refute it and set out to write my first book, Evidence That Demands a Verdict, there was so much wrong thinking that I had about Christianity, about history, about understanding faith. And you know one of the biggest misconceptions I had, and I think almost every person in the world has it, it's this. I believed that if you could not prove something scientifically, then it wasn't true. Well, you know what I found out? That is not true. The Christian faith, I always believe, must be proven scientifically to be credible. But folks, that is impossible. You say, how? Let me explain why. There is a problem proving anything about a person or an event within history. There are two basic methods. One is known as the modern scientific method. The other is the legal historical, or what I like to call the evidential method. Scientific proof is based on showing that something is a fact by repeating the event in the presence of the person questioning the fact. In other words, the testing of the truth of an hypothesis by the use of controlled experiments is one of the key techniques of the modern scientific world. Scientific investigation is based upon four things. It must be something that can be repeated over and over and over again. Second, observation made of it. 3, data drawn from it. And fourth, an hypothesis empirically verified. Now let me repeat that. It must be examining something that can be repeated over and over again. It must be able to make observations of that repetition, draw data from it, and then an hypothesis empirically verified through that repetition. Webster's New Collegiate Dictionary defines it as the collection of data through observation and experimentation. The Encyclopedia Britannica defines the scientific method, however. It is defined as, quote, related to measurement of phenomena and experimentation or repeated observation. Dr. James B. Conant, who was a former president of Harvard, said, scientific truth is a result of experimentation and observation and is fruitful of further experimentation and observation. Well, we're going to see in the next several segments that you cannot apply that to Christianity because it's not something that can be repeated over and over again and observation made. So it is outside the scientific realm.